Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Adonijam Sonda from the Colbert University. Today I'm presenting my interrogative literature review on how internal controls influence municipal revenue performance in Zambia or revenue mobilization for local authorities. The review uses Committee on Sponsoring of the Trendway Commission Internal Control Framework as the main analytical framework. Background of the study. The study responds to a major challenge facing Zambian councils. Local authorities depend on internally generated revenue to support service delivery, including markets, roads, waste management, health facilities, and local development. However, councils continue to lose revenue through weak taxpayers' records, inaccurate billing, delayed banking, poor reconciliation, weak enforcement, and limited monitoring. The purpose of this review was to examine how each five components affect municipal revenue performance. Approach. The study is based on the COSO internal control framework. The five components of the COSO components are: one, control environment; two, risk assessment; three, control activities; four, information and communication technology; and five, monitoring. These components were used to analyze how internal control affects municipal revenue collection, banking, reporting, reconciliation, and accountability. Methodology. For the research approach, I conducted an interrogative literature review. The research covered Google Scholar reference, journal database, and official Zambian and public sector sources. Final validation was completed in 2026. In total, I reviewed 26 sources. This included 16 peer-reviewed journal articles, one working paper, and 9 official documentation. The sources were analyzed according to the COSO component addressed above and the municipal revenue cycle stage involved. The review was guided by two main research questions. The first one was, how does each causal component influence revenue municipal performance? Second question was, what does African empirical evidence show about these relationships? Key finding. The key finding is clear. Control activities and monitoring have the strongest direct connection with revenue performance. Control activities protect revenue through authorization, official receipting, proper banking system, access control, segregation of duties, and reconciliation. These control help ensure that all collected revenue is recorded, banked, and reported accurately. Monitoring is equally important because it detects weakness after control have been analyzed, have been designed. Monitoring includes supervision, exception reporting, audit, audit committee review, following up on audit finding, on studies on excuse me, studies on internal audit and governance show that monitoring is effective only when findings are assigned to responsible officers, given deadlines, and independently verified. Independently verified. Supporting finding. The other causal component also matter, but they work more indirect. The control environment shapes ethical behavior, discipline and management enforcement. Risk assessment helps councils identify high risk revenue points such as post collection centers, manual receipting, remote markets, and weak digital access point. Information communication support reliable taxpayers' records, approved tariff billing, data payments, data payments, payment reports, and public notices. One important lesson from this review is that technology alone does not solve revenue leakage. Digital systems can improve revenue administration, but they can also hide risk where passwords are shared. Reversals are poorly controlled and audit trails are ignored. What's a revenue control pathway? The control pathway identified in this review is logical. It starts it starts with it starts with control environment, which provides ethical authority and responsibility. Then risk assessment identified vulnerable revenue areas. Control activities protect receipting, banking, and reconciliation. Information technology provides timely and reliable data. Finally, monitoring closes the loop by detecting exception and ensuring collective actions. What are the practical recommendations? The, pr- the practical recommendation is that councils should secure basic transaction integrity before expanding the digital system. This means using approved collection channels, official receipting, prompt banking, independent reconciliation, exception reporting, and proper audit follow-ups. Within the first 3 months, council should trace major revenue flows from assessments to ledger posting, assign control owners, close informal payment channels, and apply compensating control where staffing is limited. Within 6 months, council should strengthen bank and mobile money reconciliation, review cancelled transaction, monitor delayed deposit tracking exceptions, and discuss revenue dashboard during management meetings. In conclusion, internal controls should be treated as a strategic management capacity, not just an accounting procedure. For Zambian councils, the priority is clear: authorization, official receipting, proper banking, deposit, access, restriction, reconciliation, audit follow-up should come before digital expansion. Thank you for your attention.